Another man has a gun, what are you gonna do? I mean, technically, it sounds horrible, but I didn't get shot. I mean, that's the best thing I could say. Because he could have very well damn shot me. I mean, the aggression that came out of him for not knowing anything that was true or not even letting me say anything, was unbelievable.
And your words had no weight at all.
He couldn't even listen to me. He just kept yelling at me. I kept telling him I didn't talk to anybody. And he just kept screaming at me.
Okay, Candice, we're back.
Yes, we are.
How you feeling today, Candice?
I'm actually feeling pretty good today. I had a few bad moments and months there, but today's pretty decent. Although last night I did have to take 2 buses home from a guy's place that didn't have any power, and I'm like, this is not conducive for me. I have to go. I'm like, yeah, he wasn't gonna drive me back. I was like, hey, I know my way around, so I always carry a bus pass. Most of the time you can get free rides and stuff, but I always make sure that I know my way home and I have a way to get there, whether I walk or whatever.
Now, did the power turn out while he was at his house? Or?
No, it was out beforehand. And I'm like, and he's like, well, you can take a shower. I'm like, no, until that power comes on. I'm like, this is not happening.
And it started getting dark.
Well, it was dark.
Oh, okay.
I had to ride around with him to do his little errands. And he's like, I wasted all this time. And I'm like, you don't waste no time on me. You're doing your own errands. I was just sitting in the car.
Oh, okay. Okay, got you. Now, is that a guy you known for a while?
Nope.
Or? Okay, so the trust wasn't really there.
I know, and I told him that to begin with.
Got
And I
you.
told him, I said, think about it from my point of view. Okay? This doesn't look good. And then he tried, like, walked up on me really fast. Like, oh, and I'm like, oh, and I'm out of here.
How long did it take you to get back?
Oh, it was 2 bus rides. It's not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not bad. I mean,
Candice, since we last met, anything you want to talk about that's happened or occurred in your life?
yes.
Okay.
True, it's like 2 days, I think, 2 days after was Father's Day. That was the day I was basically minding my own business with my friend behind the place where I stay. And oddly enough, you came around and was asking about somebody else who missed their interview. And I was trying to see if I could call him. And then as I walked back, somebody was hollering about talking to some girl or something, and I didn't know what they were talking about. And then I went around, and this man's screaming and hollering at me. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And he just kept yelling at me, and I'm like, what? And I went to walk away to go back to where my stuff was. And he's like, don't walk away from me, la, la, la. Hit me in the back of the head. And at the time, I didn't really know exactly what it was, but I found out that I got pistol whipped in the back of the head. It threw me to the ground, and blood just pouring off my head.
Wow.
And so I lost my glasses again. But so I get up and I turned around. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And I walked off. I went to my job at Five Below, and I walked past Marshalls, and people are looking at me, and I'm just running blood down.
Oh my
They're like, oh my gosh. And I got to my job, and the girls in there are like, what the hell happened to you?
Wow.
I'm like, can you please call an ambulance and police for me? And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, bloody coagulated. It was all, it was horrible. But all in all, I ended up going to the hospital. I got 4 staples, okay? And of course, being homeless, it's hard to maintain and keep everything clean, but because I did have the access to the bathroom and everything, I made sure that everything stayed clean. And when I did take them out, they were like, wow, this looks really good. And healed really, really well. I have a minimal scar, which is fantastic.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, but they give me the MRI and everything, the CAT scan and everything else. So there's no crack or anything like that. Apparently I have a very hard head.
No migraines or anything?
No.
Okay,
See, I
that's
never had
wonderful.
that. I never passed out.
Wow.
I never got a headache, so I'm thankful I have a thick skull, I guess.
Now, he was asking you about some type of female?
He said
Was he
something about
drunk, or-
talking to somebody. I guess it was his daughter, and I didn't speak to anyone. And I was like, what? And after I got back, I was found out something about, like, I supposedly told her she can't walk through the alley or something like that, but nobody walked through the alley,
Right.
you know? And I was like, I don't even understand what was going on.
So it could have been a case of mistaken identity, maybe?
Well, in the back, he goes, is this a woman? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean, yeah? I never even spoke to you.
Oh,
like, I don't
wow.
even know who these people. I'm like,
Wow.
But then again, if you have a father that's that violent,
Right.
and if something happens, if you make a mistake, are you going to tell him you made a mistake?
No, not at all.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
he did that in front of her. He
Right.
literally pistol whipped me in the back of the head and made pour blood right in front of his daughter. So apparently, that's something he does. So
Wow.
that's not what you want to. I mean, if you're his kid, you're not going to say anything like I
Right.
made a mistake, because I don't think that's going to bode well.
Wow.
You know, so maybe she made a mistake, but you know, she wasn't going to do anything, because look what happened to me, and I wasn't even there.
Right.
You know, so
That shows just how dangerous things are out here, you know? It could go from 1 to 100 in seconds.
I know. And the thing is,
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, you got to prepare. You got to look out for that. You can't prepare for something that comes up to you out of
Right.
nowhere."
Right.
Okay. When I see something transpiring, or you know, you can tell something's going to happen, or some aggression or something like that. Not when somebody just comes up on you,
Right.
and you have no idea why, and that's not something you prepare for. You know.
True. Yeah.
Another man has a gun. What are you going to do? I mean, technically, it sounds horrible, but I didn't get shot. I mean, that's the best thing I could say, because he could have very well damn shot me. I mean, the aggression that came out of him for not knowing anything that was true or not even letting me say anything, was unbelievable.
And your words had no weight at all.
And he couldn't even listen to me. He just kept yelling at me. I kept telling him I didn't talk to anybody. And he just kept screaming at me.
Right.
You know?
Have you been a little more cautious in that area now? Or?
Well, yeah, but we don't go back there much at all anyway.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
But yeah, so I mean, in the beginning, yeah, I didn't want to go back there at all. I'd tell you, I was fucking scared. I didn't know. I guess he told other people that he wants me out of the area. But I'm like, I work here, okay? But I mean, that settled down and everything. But I know basically what he looks like and everything, but I don't have a full description where I necessarily recognize him right off the bat. So it freaks me out when, like, people I don't necessarily see, I look them up and down and see if they have any of the attributes that person had, because I don't know what he's going to do.
Right.
He's going to find me again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I still have to look over my shoulder a lot just for that factor.
I
Not
can
even for
imagine.
new factors, for that one.
Yeah.
You know, we have a bunch of new ones out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everything's been okay all in all. I mean, we always have, there's altercations between other people. I haven't had any real altercations. I mean,
That's
I got actually days before that, I got in a fight with a girl in the alley. We no fight like that. I'm like, why are we rolling around the freaking concrete with parking curbs and stuff? But that squashed, and that was all good. But I thought it was funny. I was like, yo, I'm 56 years old and she's like 40 something. I'm like, and we're rolling around in the concrete,
Wow.
having a girl on girl fight. I'm like, something wrong with this picture. I'm like, you thought you were over that, but
What was the dispute about?
petty stuff, get away from my cart. And she refused to do it. I said, get away from my cart. She refused to do it. And I mean, everybody has their history.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't do it. I said, get the fuck away from my cart. And I walked up to him, went, and grabbed her by the throat. You put hands on me, apparently. And I don't say a whole lot. Like, everybody shit talks, I don't say a whole lot. I know, I'm very quiet. But either way, it's done and over with. It's squashed. We both drew blood. We're good.
Right.
We're good now. But
Everyone has their limitations, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it depends on how much people have pushed you before that you just happen to step in that lane. And I try not to do that as much as possible. She had ticked me off before, but we're all good now. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you have to figure out when you're out here. It's difficult. There's many people. We're all in the same boat. We're not the same people. And we have different ways of doing things and everything else. And the place here, you're like a Tater Town, okay? Tater Town is known for its drugs and its aggression, okay? These people, if you go to the store or something like that and say something to the wrong person, they will fucking beat you right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay? I mean, just recently, in 2 weeks, we had 6 people die. Okay? I know one OD that used to come in the park all the time, that was our friend. One was from one of the houses over there that do things. He died overnight. He seemed to think that's suspicious. One guy, I don't know, he used to drink and just talk a lot. He went from one store to another store, and they stabbed him. 2 people stabbed him in the back and killed him, and that was 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Okay, so it's like, there's been a lot of things. There's a lot of aggression around here, and you really do have to watch out,
Yeah.
you know? So you just kind of, you got to feel everything out. You have to feel out the situation wherever you are.
What do you do to stay safe, Candice? What's your tactics?
Well, most of the time it's staying in groups.
Okay.
You know, I will stay by myself and everything else, but staying in a group tends to alleviate push back a little more of that. Nobody really wants to do that.
Right.
But you also look at what you're dealing with. You have to pay attention, and you have to do a little psychology here, okay? You look and go, that person looks like he's going to fly off the handle all the time. So you're very careful to keep him at bay and not say too many things, because some people just snap.
Right.
You know, and you
Right.
learn that out here. You learn like, that one's not, yeah, that one's nuts on the inside. Okay, yeah. You know, it was like, people are crazy on the outside, but that one is, you know, and the amount of force and aggression that can come out of these people are unbelievable.
Right.
You know,
Right.
most everybody has a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot of my friends have guns. Okay, that I've known. I told you before, I'm from Federal in Oakland, and I've had a couple of people come over here. The people over here don't know me from over there.
Right.
So I'm over here, I'm pretty unobtrusive, and I hang out and everything, and it's fine. But when they come over, it's like, you need to stop talking about me, my affiliation, okay? But I'm like, because I'm keeping it here, because there's a certain affiliation here that's different than mine, but everybody's good together and everything, but I didn't want all that out. I was here, I just wanted to kind of just lay low and be under the wire, okay? I had a good 10 years over there, taking care of everybody, running stuff, okay?
Right.
I
It's a long
ran a
time.
lot of stuff over there. Because my friend who came last night, he goes, yeah, Queen of Federal, I'm a King of Federal, you know? Because I abdicated my throne and gave it to him. It screwed up my whole empire. But it's okay. I had to die sometime.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've had people that met my people and go, wow, your people love you. Like, love you. I'm like, yeah, because I don't have to beat people up all the time to do
Right.
that. I take care of people, and I'm loyal, you know, side by side.
And I noticed people kind of attract to you.
They do.
I noticed that they're like around
There's
you.
a
and
couple
they-
different
yeah.
reasons for that. Some are very visual,
Yeah.
but it is. It's my whole persona, my aura, my personality that
Right.
just really draws them in. You know, and I've
Yeah.
had other people go, I don't know, man, just sits over there, everybody just crowd. Like, yeah, no. But it is a pain in the butt sometimes, and expectations that people have or what they think. I've had guys talk to me like, did we have a conversation before and I agreed to something or something? Because you just walking up like, this is a done deal, and we're doing this. And I've had guys, oh, well, you're single, I'm single, so we should go together, and la la la, and we'll do this and this and this. And I have a place, and you can live with me, and la la. I'm like, oh, what's your name? I forgot for the test, you know. I'm like,
Oh my
hold up.
goodness.
I'm not gonna go anywhere. Yeah. And my friend's like, oh, did you get married yet? I'm like, shut up. No, I didn't get married. Like, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
stop, okay? I'm like, this
Yeah.
is not what it's about, honey. I'm not trying to do that. And it's funny because like these people, some of them think they're like, oh, you have sex with anybody. I don't have sex with any of these people. Anybody that I know, okay, I don't shit where I eat, okay? That's a bad thing. You get arguments, you get all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You guys can run around and say whatever you want, but knowing for a fact that I didn't do anything with you, okay? And it's like, number one, I don't do that. Number two, most of them I don't want to do anything with. And number three, if these guys, half of them are that obsessed now, oh, what do you think's gonna happen if I incest with them? I'm never gonna get rid of them. I'm like, this is no-win situation.
That's the way it usually happens. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
But like I said, I'm on federal for so long, and I'm like, you need to ask my people, okay? Trust me, this is not a done deal. This takes years, honey. And they're like, oh yeah, right, la, la, la. I'm like, no. Ask them. Be like, no, man, 5 years, I've been begging her. Okay? Because you're too close to me. If you're too close to me, that's just, screws up the whole dynamic.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's not something that I entertain.
I can understand that definitely.
It's difficult.
Candice, for the people that haven't seen the first interview, what's your drug of choice?
Crack.
Okay.
I will do a little bit of Tina, a little bit of meth in the bubble, if my friends come around with it. But it's not something I buy or do regularly or anything. And I drink.
And have you thought about or taking any type of rehabs or anything since we last spoke? Or?
Since we last spoke, no. But I am getting, let's see, purposefully tired.
Right.
You know, I drug out. I've had my time. I'm currently not doing anything. I took a leave of absence from work so that I didn't mess up my job.
Okay.
I didn't want to screw up my job and like just not show up or something like that on one day where I'm partying with this one or whatever. And I said, you know what, this is getting a little too close. So I sat down with my boss and I talked to him, and we agreed, and I took a leave of absence. That way I'm still clean and clear in the job, because I have much respect for my boss and everything else.
Right.
Okay, and I like the job. I didn't want to screw it up. I didn't want to burn the place to the ground, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I did the responsible thing, and I took the leave of absence.
Right.
And now that I've been out for a little while, I tried to go to BARC. I did try to go to BARC, and BARC refused me because the psych lady triggered me, asking me stupid questions. Have you thought of suicide? I'm like, since I was 14, I told her all kinds of stuff. And she's like, well, how many times? I'm like, since I was 14 years old, I don't know how many times. Why you ask me stupid questions? I mean, anyway, so they wouldn't take me there. They said they get the meds straight. I'm like, isn't that what you do here? But okay. So they sent me to Henderson. I spent the night at Henderson, and I spent the next day talking to like about 5 people. And I got talked to. I did get my scripts taken care of, a new appointment, and a bunch of paperwork said, oh, call these people, here's for housing, la, 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 la. So you gave me an appointment, and you gave me a bunch of paperwork, and threw me right back out. So how is that going to happen? I wanted to go to BARC to
Right. I'm
detox
confused.
and
Shouldn't
do
you have
something.
went back to BARC
Yeah,
after
no.
that? Wow.
No, I'm like, so you just, matter of fact, Henderson is like right across the street from where I sleep at night. I'm like, you just throw me back to the wolves. I'm like, this is not good, because I tried to do this on my own volition, and I was like, yeah, this is not working. So what I'm going to do, I have storage, okay? I'm having a hard time getting up the money because, well, the only way I make money,
Right.
okay, is selling the goods, and I refuse to take below my value. Well, that's saying something for the street.
Right.
I don't, these guys would be like 20, and I'm like, no, everything for 20. I'm like, no. They're like, oh, I get 20. I said, well, then go back to this nasty skank hose that you go to, because you don't get this for $20, okay?
Wow.
All right? Not happening. It's bad enough I'm doing it, okay? I'm not having sex with you for $20. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Just because she did it for $5 doesn't mean I'm going to.
Right.
So I need to get, what I want to get up 3 months worth of rent. And my rent is like $30 a month. Right now is $65 because it's late.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And I had it paid, but I had to find somebody to drill the lock, because somebody stole my backpack right before I was going to BARC the night before, and my shoes. I had to walk to work and get my work shoes, because I had no
Wow.
shoes. I'm like, you stole my shoes.
Was
But
there
they do.
paperwork in there? Or?
Oh, everything was in that backpack.
Identification, everything?
Yes, everything. My wallet was
Wow.
in there. My ID, and I got to get a new ID.
Wow.
I got paperwork from Outreach to do that. And they're like, oh, just call for an appointment. Everybody says that. Oddly enough, it is not as easy as you think to call for an appointment, because nobody has phones. We don't even know what time it is. Okay, it's like, what time is it? You know what time? No. My watch is in storage. I don't have a phone. Nobody has a phone. Everybody's like, who has a phone? Like, out of the 8 people here, nobody.
Wow.
Yeah, and then more people come, they don't have a phone either. They steal them. I'm telling you right now, so you only get like $20 for this phone.
That's
in all
tough.
honesty, it's got all my stuff in it.
Yeah.
The way I contact my mother was in the last phone. All my old information is in there. Okay? I'm like, dude, you're not going to get anything in the machine. You're only going to get $20 or a dub for it if you're lucky. Man, bring it back to me. I'll give you $20 to buy my phone back. Next week you can try to steal it again, and I'll give you $20. Wait, you know, I'm like, damn, just I need the phone. You don't need that phone. You need $20. I'll give you $20. You know,
Right.
it's like the importance level is different here.
Now, Candice, I know you're usually very cautious with your stuff. What happened? What exactly happened that day? How they were able to get
It was the first time I slept at the park with my friends, and part of me woke up and there's a little mindset, and I knew it was my fault. I usually tie all my shit together, okay? But they had been sleeping there and everything was fine. I didn't even think about it, because I stayed there and I was gonna go BARC first thing in the morning. And I got up and I went, son of a bitch, because my bag was gone. I'm like, fuck me. Of course. Yeah.
that quick?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Because they just walked by, grabbed it, and continued.
Wow.
I was on the playground.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah. So most of the times I do. The stuff is, I'll lay on it, but that doesn't mean anything. They all get linked together. So if you try to grab something, you're gonna fall backwards. Well, my stuff weighs a lot.
I can imagine.
Each bag weighs a lot. My drawing bag weighs a ton.
Yeah.
Okay. My girlfriend's like, do you have anything that's not heavy? No, I don't think so. And usually I carry it all.
Yeah.
I had a duffel on my back, 1 bag and 2 backpacks, and that's how I walked around. I've had people that are like, oh my God, I can't even pick up the duffel. Okay, so I'm carrying it all. I am like a workhorse. I'm used to it.
Now, Candice, you mentioned that guys out here lowball a lot for your services.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any limitations when it comes to your services? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And that doesn't waver and they get upset. Okay, not to be too crude, but you don't get to come in my mouth. Okay, at all. All right? Most of the time there's a condom, but sometimes there's not, okay? Honestly. But it's like, I'm like, and don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm in a very precious area. I can take that with me. Okay, but do not go violate, because that's a major violation to me. Okay, I don't do that at all. The only time that is ever done is when I'm in a solid relationship. I'm not doing this.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because I just don't do that. You guys are like, oh, well, it doesn't matter what you say. That's not what I do. And I don't do backdoor.
Okay. So you use 2 out of 3 holes, pretty much.
Yes.
Candice, how long have you been doing dates? Has it been a while, or?
Well, let's see. I've been doing more since I've been here than I was like when I was homeless in Federal.
Okay.
So like I really didn't do very many. I did once in a while. I had a couple people, you know, that I knew, but not in my circle.
Right.
But I didn't do it like I do now. Now I kind of have to, but I still only limit it to if I need it.
Oh.
If I'm sitting there and I don't need cash right at this moment, then I don't need to do nothing.
Right.
You know, but my friend Nancy, her man went to jail and everything, and she doesn't work, she doesn't do anything, she doesn't panhandle. So she banks on people just bringing her stuff, which is getting old because they've been telling me. I'm getting tired of it. They're like, she fucking doesn't do a goddamn thing.
Wow.
I go out and basically, let's see, I suck dick 3 times a day so she can smoke.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I do get upset. So when I get something and I break everybody off, whatever, and then people are like, oh, I'm like, yo, can I smoke my shit? Yo, I earned it. I had one person like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Yo, good. Next time you can sit right there while I'm sucking dick, okay? Then maybe I'll give you some. What's wrong with you?
Right.
I don't want to do these hateful things either, okay? But this is what I got to do to get what I need, okay? Luckily, somebody gave me a new sketch pad, okay, because I'm out of sketch paper. My black liners are about dead. I need new black liners to outline everything in black.
Right.
I need new black liners.
Okay.
They can't be felt tip and they can't be ball. It has to be the hard tip. And usually when I get them, they come in different sizes, the tips.
Right.
But I have to get those. The real ones that I should use, the archival, which when it rains out here, these ones bleed. The archive ones doesn't. I can do watercolor on top of it and everything. Those are $3.50 a piece at Blick. So art stuff is not cheap.
Not at all.
So I do the best that I can do.
Right.
Try and stay out of the rain.
Right.
But where I pack things and everything else, it's difficult. But I have one bag that everybody knows, that one can't get wet. I don't care. That one can't. They're like, put it on. I said, this bag can't get wet. I don't give a shit what you say. I'll dry. I don't care about me.
Right.
But I have plastic. Every time it starts to rain, I load it, flip it all together, wrap it. There's 3 bags in it. I put that in there. As long as my stuff's fine, I'm fine.
Perfect.
I'll live in a puddle, but I need my stuff.
And the last time we spoke, Candice, you showed us some of your beautiful artwork and you promised us more. Did you bring it with you today?
I did bring some here.
Okay.
Some of them are upside down here. Let me see if I can read about this.
Okay.
And I bought some very new ones. Let's see what I got here. Oh, okay. Good. So bear with me. Okay, so I'm still working on the eyes because that, I don't know, right now it makes me happy and I need something. I'm just doing something to make me happy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not bartering with it here. Can you see it right?
Yeah.
Or do you want it up? She didn't belong in there.
Okay.
This one I'm working on. It's like a dragon.
Right. That's the Dragon's Keep, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's
I
good.
remember that one. Was that Dragon Keep's finish?
That other one, no.
Okay.
That one, there's a different one.
Okay.
That's in a different book. I actually think it's in the other book, like this one. This is book 3, and the one I showed was book 1. Book 2 is in storage.
Okay.
I have another one. Yeah. This one's like a jester.
Okay. What is that one called?
The jester.
Okay.
It looks like King Queen's jester. I get interrupted depending on what happens, rain or moving or doing, or, you know.
Yeah.
done.
That's beautiful.
I hate this one.
Wow.
There's a green one in here. Absolutely, that one's not done. That was actually for somebody. Flip, flip, flip. This is like the circus.
Hmm.
You got rings. This.
On average, how long does it take you to do one of these?
If I get to sit down and do it, start to finish, 8 hours.
Okay.
Because most of them with the dots.
I can imagine.
Because I start out with the draft and then I black line and I create and I do stuff like that.
Right.
And then I pick colors. I choose colors. That part usually takes a while and it's a lot more colors than you think. But like making this,
Can we give them a close-up on that one?
it's a thought process.
Okay.
And I choose the colors.
Okay.
There's like 3, 4, well, there's about 4 colors in that.
Okay.
But I'm particular and I like to blend colors and that's,
You have a very unique style. It's awesome.
this is a different one. And when I did that, and everything that's connected is like wrapped with like leather or strap.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those funny ones. Depending on my mood. That's one, it's upside down. I think we're doing upside down. I'm kind of working on that. But anyway. Because I need to, some of these are upside down the way I worked in the book. Okay. That's no big deal. There is a beautiful one in here that I absolutely love. I draw little faces, like I'll make little teeny eyes and stuff just to see what expressions I can make and stuff. It's just it's like a practice, but it's interesting. God, geez, I'm slow, man. There. No. Damn. All these were marked and I still screwed it up. Alright. I have, apparently, this day I must have gone through the creator of SpongeBob because I really don't draw like this, and this is what happened. So it looks like Bikini Bottom under here. And that's not what I planned, but that's how it ended up being. I said, okay, well, then that's what we'll be.
That's awesome.
So I was channeling the
Beautiful.
creator of SpongeBob here. Now I have, somebody had given me, because I'm running out of paper, somebody had given me all this colored paper. So I figured I would utilize it. So I've done some things, some of my just regular creative things, but I have, yeah, see, my fisheye. I was playing with it because the colored paper makes the colored pencils look different,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it gives a different effect to it. So I've been like messing around with it because it changes it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This would be like, oh gosh. There's pink, I just did that. The Halloween one I absolutely love. Isn't it cool?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love Halloween.
It's a pumpkin, right?
Yeah, it's a pumpkin. It's an eye, it's a pumpkin. I like it though. It's like those things hanging from it.
It's very creative.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do. I like this one a lot. This one, I found that the white is phenomenal. When I put it on the colored paper, it actually shows up well.
Yeah.
But it looks beautiful. It's so cool.
You can definitely see the white on that one. Definitely.
Yeah, and then you see the eye is pink, but you don't even realize that the paper's pink because the white's around it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it really came out nice. I like that effect. It's all about that. These ones I have been playing with. They are, I just put dots all over, and then I just connect it with swirls and whatever, and then I look and see what I can find in it.
Right.
You know, this looks like an iris lady, and then I have this lovely.
Is this one of your latest ones?
Yeah, these ones are fairly new.
Okay.
Okay, but they're just for fun. I actually had somebody ask me to make a few of them up without finding the stuff, and for the kids, because for them to be creative and use their mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see? Upside down. See what I mean? To fish. And these are things I find in here. I enhance on it, but usually all the lines are already there.
Okay.
You know, I might put eyes on them or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's a butterfly, there's a fish that's all connected, you see? Dolphin, there's a whale.
Now, when you're drawing those lines, do you kind of like just freestyle it a little bit?
They're just, that's the fun part of it.
Right.
Is that I just draw, sometimes I'll put a swirl,
Wow.
I'll put a zigzag, you know, I try and change it up because
Yeah,
it
that's
creates
beautiful.
something different.
That's
And I noticed that It's
Yeah.
really cool because
Yeah.
this one came out really
Very
interesting.
talented.
And it looks, I mean, I drew the lines on her hair,
Yeah.
but other than that, without her face, everything was there. This
Mhm.
frog, everything was there except for his leg. But this whole flower thing was already set there. The turtle is in a circle like that because that was set, but that's what he looks like. All I did was
Yeah.
draw in the marks on his back,
Mhm.
you know? And there's a whale here, but you see, there's like a reindeer. Those
Okay, yeah. I
those
see 'em.
shapes are already there.
Yeah.
Right here is butterfly, but look, there's a dinosaur. And those lines are already there. I just looked and found the stuff inside.
And you create them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the tree. I just put the lines inside the tree.
Wow.
You know, like
That's very
the pirate
creative. I
dude.
like that. That's awesome.
This one,
That's awesome.
I love because I've never seen anything come out so full. This thing, with minus that one little line on the side, this is exactly what the lines were. Okay, I mean, I added the dots and the color, but all the lines made that shark, which
You're
I thought
seeing
was
that shark in
phenomenal.
there and you created it.
You know, I looked at it and went,
Wow.
that's a shark. Straight up. I'm like, holy moly.
my
That
goodness.
was like, you couldn't even get away from that.
Yeah, that is
So,
awesome. Wow.
and my girlfriend, my friend, she loves it too. She'll do it. She goes, I want to see. So when I don't have them done, she goes, I see this and I see that and I see this. So she goes through it too. You know, and there's a seal.
It's kind of
Trying
like
to keep our mind out.
it's kind of like when you're relaxing, staring up at the,
The
at the
clouds.
clouds.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
do that a lot.
That is awesome.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's fun. And most people, they really do enjoy it, and they just forget about it. So you
Yeah.
forget about things that make you happy, the simple things in life that make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just trying to find that is fabulous. Okay, this one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, somebody actually wants me to make the dots and stuff so that their kids can look at it and find their own stuff. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful thing that you still think about that, because that's what Legos were to my kids. I love Legos because you follow the directions
Yeah.
to make the stuff they want, and then you use your imagination to make whatever you want. They're
Right.
perfect.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it teaches them a lot of things, and creativity is a major thing. And people think, like when you're creative, you're less academic or whatever. I tend to run on both sides. Okay, I've written plenty of books that have been destroyed. Poetry, Lucidity Poetry Journal has one of my poems published. I wrote articles and things online. Okay, I do know grammar. I do know English. I know how to, write books and stories and everything. I know physics and everything else. So I enjoy that. And even the creativity part of me, that's part of being creative. I don't know.
You're right.
It's weird. But around here, it's funny because my friend and I, we're the only two who really can talk about certain things. We talk about Einstein, all kinds of stuff. But we have the thing about words and how do you say words and how you misread. We have somebody that says answers. It's already ants. Ants don't need people. Oh, the answers. The answers are women's. Women's is already plural. Women's. Okay, we're like, really write these down. Okay, what do we got today? Okay. Sometimes we'll correct you. Sometimes we're just, you're a lost hope. I mean, so many words are quintessential words that people get wrong.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and if we were to say the words that we know, they would look at us, like deer in headlights. So we have to downgrade talk half the time. But it's like supposedly, not supposedly. The other day, dude says voluptuous. I said, it's not voluptuous, it's voluptuous. He says, no, it's voluptuous. I'm like, okay, if you're highlighting the lumps, okay, then you can make up the word. But it's voluptuous. It's not voluptuous. He's like, what? I'm like, oh God, no. So we're like, all right. But it's not, I mean, we don't make fun of people or anything like that. It's just that we know that, and we're sitting here and we're still in the same boat, but we're all different people.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And you live and you get by and you alter certain things.
Right.
And but some of us choose not to lose who we are.
I think one of the beautiful things about life is the fact that we're all different. I think
We
that's one of the
you learn
beauties.
so much from other people.
Yeah.
Okay? Other people's lives and where they've been. You look at me, okay, you have no idea the education I had. You have no idea what schooling I went through. You have no idea what jobs I've done.
That's
okay?
true.
And you definitely have no idea that I spent 4 years in Japan. People go, my father was Air Force, okay? We're a military family. All of us are. And
Wow.
I have 2 Army National Guard children right now.
Wow.
So it's like, it is what it is.
I
And
learned
that's the part
something
that a
new.
lot of people are not raised around the military.
Right.
So there's a different there's a different lifestyle, but there's a different view and things. And it's just that, and most of these people, it is true that, yeah, okay, they had bad lives or whatever, or their parents did things too. Most of their parents smoked and did drugs and everything else. Well, yeah, they're going to run off and go do them. I didn't have a lifestyle like that.
Right.
I had my own problem with my mother and everything else, but abuse from my ex-husband, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, I never had a life of like that.
Right.
Okay, I didn't do drugs until I was like 44. You know? And then my kids were gone, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, you know?
Right.
I told you before, I'm like, I got stuck there, and I'm like, what do I do now? And they're like, well, do for you. I'm like, I've never done for me my whole life. I spent all my life raising you, and that was all about you.
Right.
You know? And I'm not the kind of person that, oh, I want a $200 purse. No. Like, you buy me that purse, I'm going to keep it. Okay? That's stupid. We could be buying the kids something, we could do so, you know? I'm not like that. But people think because I have a lot of stuff or whatever that, oh, well, get rid of the stuff. You don't need stuff. I do need the stuff. It's my drawing stuff. It's my this. Oh, you can get rid of your storage. You can rebuy it. Why am I going to pay money for stuff I already paid money for? I already bought it once, twice. I don't want to buy it again. I've lost so much stuff in my life. I'm like, no. Or the hats. I crochet hats.
Right.
We almost can think about wearing a darn hat, okay, without dying in here. Some people do anyway. But I crochet hats and all different styles and everything else.
Wow.
And I match it to people's clothes. Guys will still give me their shoes and they're like, oh, can you? I'm like, yep. And I'm good at matching color. So you have the same, and they're like, oh, it's badass, you know? So now they got beanies or hats that match their shoes. They like everything matchy. But I have yarn in storage. I have hats I've made in storage. Okay, I make baby hats. I make all kinds of hats. They have patches and buttons and bows and whatever the heck you want.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not gonna get rid of that. I sell that. It's just blazing hot out here.
Maybe we could save that for part 3. We'll go and take a look.
Well, if I can get my storage paid and get into the darn thing. Okay, I mean there's some purging I can do and everything else, but I kind of have to get in it first.
Okay.
My bicycle's in there too, and my laundry. I have three actual outfits because the rain has destroyed all my clothes.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets wet, and then like we'll wash it out. We're gonna dry it. Rains on it again. You rained on it before it got dry. I don't know what to do with it, and it stays wet. It's been raining solid for 2 weeks.
How much do you owe on the storage roughly?
I think it's $65 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, for just that's the old bill. On the 16th, I get a new bill, which is like $25.
Okay.
Because the storage doesn't really cost that much. And something was supposed to happen that didn't come through. This is where you learn out here not to rely on other people when they say something, because they rarely ever do it. Even if it sounds like it's heartfelt, it just never happens.
Right.
So, you know.
I think that's everywhere, honestly.
Yeah. But it's like when it's down here and what you need is basics, okay? Don't wait and rely on somebody else. You can't.
Right.
But lately I've been having a hard time.
Right.
Greyhound? No. Greyhound's on 4th and Federal. On the train. On the train or the bus? The bus? Did she say bus?
The train or the bus?
The bus. Greyhound? That's on Federal and 4th. Look up Greyhound. There's no Greyhound bus here. The Greyhound stop here.
I don't think so.
Did you look it up? Does it say that?
Oh, I think maybe at this stop over here.
Well,
That bus stop right there. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That'll be it. It's not the train station.
Yeah, they stop
so.
right here. It stops right
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Okay.
So I'm like, I know it's not the train station. I've been there. There's no Greyhound at the train station.
Yeah, nah. It stops right here in front of that bus stop right there.
See, everybody needs help. Even in a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Candice,
I've been good, and
this has been
I'm
a wonderful
happy.
part 2, Candice. I'm looking for part 3, Candice.
Oh, you're gonna get part 3 because, provided, like I said, things are going to be. I'm gonna go into IRT, and I'll probably go for 30 days. But I'm thinking to go for 60 because I think that 30 days only gives you, gets you back on ground level.
Right.
But for you to move forward, you need a little bit more. If you get thrown back in the mix, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna go right back to your same situation. So I'm thinking about 60 days.
Yeah.
Because I wanna get past that big hump, the
Right.
real hump.
Right.
Not just the detox hump. I want the big hump.
You want
so I
that
can
full clarity,
function.
that full
so
clear
I want to go
mind.
back and live and function
That's wonderful, Candice. I'm glad you're thinking like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I know.
I want to see you win, Candice. I
Yes.
do. And hopefully we could do a part 3. You'll tell us how you've been sobering up.
Absolutely.
You could also give us a look into that crochet. You said you
Yes.
you do.
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
It could
All right, Candice, I appreciate it. Until
Thank you.
next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.